This is, without a doubt, one of my favorite new cars that I've driven recently. Because it just doesn't give a fuck. Oh my God, this is the best! This is the Ford Bronco Raptor, and to say I've been waiting to drive this for a while would be an understatement. This is a ridiculous, ridiculous thing. It's like a race truck made street legal. If you've never driven an off-road vehicle, like a truly aggressive off-road vehicle, this is gonna be a surprising experience because there's so much travel and there's so much movement in the suspension, which is exactly what it's designed to do on a vehicle like this. So if you've never driven that, it's gonna be a new experience. There's so much nosedive under braking, there's so much movement, and yet it's still so hilariously capable on and off the street. Off the street, obviously very capable. It comes standard with monster 37-inch tires. It's insane that a vehicle comes with 37-inch tires, and those are the standard KO2s at all four corners for this thing. Next to that, big old brakes. Next to that, Fox 3.1 live valve suspension tech. Basically, you have 13 inches of front suspension travel, 14 inches of rear suspension travel, which is a hilarious amount of suspension travel in a vehicle like this, but it's adjustable suspension. So on the street, you can put it into street mode, and it's very controllable and fun just cruising down a canyon road, which it shouldn't be, but it is, and I love it. The steering feel is good. The throttle response is really good in sport, though they say the turbos spool up in Baja mode so that it's just ready to go. I feel like it's more responsive in sport mode, but overall Baja mode is generally more fun, especially when you put it into Baja mode and then force it back into two-wheel drive and turn advanced track stability control off. This thing is a hoot. Now I mentioned turbos, there are two of them. This is a twin turbocharged 3-liter V6 making 418 horsepower and 440 pound-feet of torque. Through a 10-speed automatic gearbox, I have 3 gripes with this truck. The gearbox is a minor one. It's good. It's good. It's not amazing, but it's good. It's better when you shift it yourself. In sport mode, it's not bad. Sometimes it holds just a little too long in sport mode, but overall, it's good. I think 8-speed gearboxes might be a little bit more refined, and it's not like I'm getting good fuel economy out of this 10-speed as it is. But my other gripe on the outside of this thing, overall, it looks sick, especially in this green paint with the amber daytime running lights. However, those fender flares, I was gonna give the truck the benefit of the doubt until I saw it in person. They look like trash. The fenders on this thing are such an afterthought. I don't like them. I really wanna see someone who buys one of these try to wrap them or paint them body colored. I don't know if that'll solve it. I think it will improve it, and it could potentially look awesome. And then the third thing I don't like is that I can't fucking afford one of these. This one I'm driving is $80,000 before any greedy ass dealer marks it to the fucking moon and back. Hey, stop it! 2025 right off the top. Screw you guys. For $80,000 though, what this truck can do, you have to think of it like the supercar version of an off-road vehicle. You can point and shoot this anywhere. Normally, if I'm off-roading and I'm talking to someone about off-roading, I'm teaching or preaching, I shouldn't say teaching, I'm teaching wheel placement. You should always know where you're putting your wheels. And it's no different here, but damn, you can be a lot less careful because of 37-inch tire and then all that travel, especially a 37-inch KO2 specifically. There's a reason people win in Baja on these tires, but this is a tank that can go anywhere. It has a great rock crawl mode, and then it disconnects the front sway bar, so you have tons of articulation. It's such a crazy dual-natured vehicle. Like a Jeep is really good at most mid to low speed off-roading. This is good at high speed and low speed. It can do both, and that is bonkers. It's more capable at low speed than a Raptor F-150, I think, just because of the size and the packaging of it. Not that it's small, but I can't get over it. Like I say, it's an off-road supercar. So then the price starts to make more sense because it is very expensive, but for what it can do, maybe it's not. It's just hilarious. It is absolutely goddamn hilarious to drive this thing. Like I said, disconnecting sway bar, tons of articulation, and then on the flip side, jump the shit out of it, send it into a jump sideways. It can handle it. It's just ready to rock and roll. If they decide to make a V8 version of this, which I don't think they're gonna do, I think it would almost be too much, if you can believe that or not, because of the short wheelbase of this thing. Sometimes under braking, you can feel the rear end wants to do some weird stuff, which if you know how to catch it and you're used to it and you expect it, it's kind of funny. But if you're not, it gets back to what I'm saying. If you haven't really spent a lot of time with off-road vehicles and how much they move about, then you're gonna be like, oh my God, what's the truck doing? But if you know what it's doing and you're used to it, it's pretty hilarious. But in a V8, I think it would exacerbate all that to a potentially dangerous point. So I'd be more interested in them fine-tuning or pushing the existing engine or putting in the 3.5, just stretching it out more rather than jumping to monster V8. The V8 in the truck will be sick. That will be incredible. But here, I don't know if the Bronco needs it, which is crazy for me to say, but I think it might just push this thing too far. As it sits, as it lives, as it exists, I fucking love this truck so much. You can just literally turn off here to this rocky section. Oh, it's so bouncy. Oh, is the truck gonna make it? Of course it's gonna fucking make it. It's a goddamn Bronco Raptor, and it can go anywhere the fuck it wants. This is the best, dumbest vehicle ever. And I mean dumb is like a love letter to ridiculous things, because that's what this is. It's a ridiculous thing. It's unhinged in all the best ways. I love this truck so much. I love it. It's rare for me to be so instantly attached to something in the short time I get a vehicle. Hello. It's rare for me to be so instantly attached to something in the short time I get a vehicle. It happened with this right away. I'm only getting just the mid-10s fuel economy, which is just absolutely abysmal. And I love it. I don't give a shit. I want to drive this thing to the bottom of South America and then turn around and go to the fucking deepest parts of Alaska and laugh and smile the whole time while the excellent sound system, the decent sound system, does its thing. And if I don't feel like listening to it, I can listen to that race trucky sounding exhaust and just plow everywhere. This is awesome.